Exactly, and according to the movie Boondock Saints, on St. Patty's Day, everybody's Irish. Isn't that right?
That's true.
I
I
am.
have a shirt that says kiss me, I'm Irish." Then my wife burned it and she said no.
I'm also terribly, terribly sorry for my terrible Irish accent. But thank you for joining us.
Yes.
I'm Archie.
I'm Warren.
And yeah, we're going to be having a lot of fun today. Not only is it St. Patty's Day, but we're going to be talking about a little contest we're having, aren't we?
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll that contest. If you've seen Corey the Leprechaun walking around, there's a post like it's right below this one, or it's pinned on if you're on Facebook. You could guess how many rings are in that mug, and you have to guess the number of rings, and you have to tag 2 people, and that'll be an official entry. If you guess the correct number, you can win $425 worth of rings. But
here's the catch.
You have to, if there's more than one person who picks them, you guys are going to be in like randomly drawn, and we're going to see who's going to walk away with the winning prize.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you have multiple guesses, and you can have multiple guesses,
we want you to have multiple guesses.
You got to tag 2 friends on social media: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, YouTube.
Yeah.
In order for your entry to count, so you can guess as many times as you want. But each guess, you need to tag 2 people on social.
So if you have
please
like
and thank you.
1,000 people on Instagram or 1,000 number guesses on there, and you didn't put in 2,000 people's names on there, then that doesn't count.
There's actually some people that tried to pull a sneaky on us.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on Instagram, you're like, oh, that's okay. I put all the numbers in. It's like, well, that's great. And they tagged 2 people. It's like, well, it was your first number that you guessed. So.
Absolutely. Today is St. Patty's Day. We've said that a couple times. And so today we're actually really excited to share something really cool with you.
We have some brand new rings. These are our Celtic inspired rings. And let's go ahead and look at these suckers. These are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Starting off with the Trinity. Now this is a really cool ring. Oh, look at that beautiful hand. Oh yeah.
It's a very nice hand.
That's my hand.
That's hand model quality.
That's my hand right there. The Trinity is made of titanium. It has a Celtic Trinity knot pattern. It's 7 millimeters wide, has a dome design, comes in a comfort fit, and has a satin finish. In my opinion, this Trinity ring is going to be one of our best sellers of the Celtic Rings collection.
It's solid. Also, I just want to mention if we can bring up that axe. Don't we sell those?
We do. It's in our Manly Gifts collection, so you can go ahead and take a look over there. I believe it has some fire branding involved, and it's made in Detroit.
Absolutely.
Detroit Axe City.
Yeah. And if you were paying attention to our YouTube channel, we actually went to axe throwing place.
Yep. We did Being Manly. And that came up earlier on our Facebook channel too. So if you've been on there, you can see it on YouTube, you can see it on Facebook. You can see Archie's amazing axe throwing skills.
Yes, amazing attempts.
Lack thereof.
Absolutely. But moving on, we also have, and we've had a bit of controversy on the pronunciation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this in the way that Google Translate did it. But we have the rigere.
Oh, I'm going to say it right there.
Which is how we were told to say it.
Yeah.
Not going to name any names.
Chris, I'm going to call it the right air or the rittery or the right air.
If you're actually Irish, please sound off in the comments on which one's right. But the rigere is how I'm going to say it. It's cobalt chrome with a Celtic knot pattern, 8 millimeters wide. It's got this really nice flat stepped edge design. Of course, we have that comfort fit, and it's got a nice smooth satin finish.
And we're going to be doing a video on all these Celtic rings. I'll be coming out in the next few weeks. It'll go into more detail about the rings, give you a little bit of history about the Celtic Nations. So take a look for that. I'd say maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Ish.
It was a lot of fun. These rings are really cool. They're very intricate. And the cool thing about them is that they're made to order.
Yeah.
So as soon as you order it, like it'll be made to order for you.
But so is it instant though? I don't think it's instant because when we're talking about a made to order, it's kind of like we don't have those just in the warehouse in the back.
This is true. So if you're getting married in a week, maybe go with one of our other collections. We've got you. And if you decide, hey, maybe I do want a Celtic ring, contact us. We want you to have the ring that you love. You are going to love these, though.
We want you to make sure that Manly band you have is the band for you. That the only reason you're going to want to get a new one or is because you've lost it, or you just love badass rings.
I hope it's the second one.
Yeah.
And the reason why they take so long, again, they are made to order. So give us about 4 to 5 weeks to make sure we get those to you on time.
Yeah. And if you are interested about maybe taking a look at our store, we actually have a physical store now. If you
We
go
do.
to our YouTube channel, we just had a video drop today that has Tiani and Archie walking you through our brand new store at the University Mall in Orem, Utah. You could go in there and walk out with a ring that same day.
Yeah. And it's got our cool dinosaur skull. I'm a huge fan of it. But go down to the store. You can actually have rings in hand. Really get a feel if you're going to love a ring or not. But like we said,
how much it weighs and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You try it on. Make sure that they even have ring sizers there, which is pretty cool.
yeah, we want you to have every opportunity to make sure you get the ring you love.
Yeah. Speaking of a ring that you may really love, this one is called the Mystic. Again, from a Celtic collection. The Mystic's made of tantalum with a Celtic knot pattern. It's 8 millimeters wide, has a dome design, comes in comfort fit, and has a satin finish. And I love these designs. These designs, again, are inspired by the Celtic nations over, like, that includes what, Ireland, Scotland, Brittany.
Brittany,
Why don't you
Wales.
leave Brittany alone?
thank you, off-screen voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wales.
What was it? The Isle of Man.
Isle of Man's in there. It has a lot of history. It talks about how the Celtic nations were almost wiped out by the Romans. So we're talking about some really gee whiz. I did not know this sort of information before.
Absolutely. We actually talk a lot about it in the video, so keep an eye on that. We have Chris complimenting our hand model, handsome hand.
I think that was a handsome hand. I think we actually had to pay that person so much money that they have now decided that they're better than us.
Indeed. And Chris again saying that is a hand that you can trust.
That is a hand you can trust. I believe that hand. I think that hand would be the hand of a director, you know?
Yeah.
The kind of hand that I would expect would direct commercials and
Absolutely.
TV shows and other amazing shoots out in Massachusetts area.
Maybe.
That's what I would think that hand could do.
Absolutely. Speaking of hands, you should try your hand. I'm actually wearing this next ring that we're talking about on my hand. It's called the Everlasting. It's black titanium. We got that Celtic knot pattern and millgrain accent. It's 6 millimeters wide. It's got this flat groove design and comfort fit. Of course, we have that satin finish. This is actually one of my favorites of the collection. I just love how it's intricate but yet simple at the same time. I absolutely love it.
Well, it's not the thinnest band, but it's a thinner band because it's not the 8 millimeter, and we had like a 10 millimeter one that we talked about earlier.
Yes, we did, and that's part of our Fender collection, actually. That's the Riff. It's one of the thickest we have in the collection. We will talk about those later, but right now we are talking about these awesome Celtic rings that they're pretty brand new.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the thinner one. That's the Eternal. That's the one I'm thinking of. Let me show you the Eternal right there. Oh, look at that beautiful hand. It's not a hand from Boston, but it's a hand that's very attractive nonetheless. It's a black titanium with a Celtic knot pattern, 6.5 millimeters, so 6.5 millimeters wide. Has a slightly domed design and comfort fit and a satin finish. And look at that design in there. As soon as that light hits it, it becomes a very focal centerpiece. It's a conversation starter. It's a beautiful ring, and it's not crazy expensive either, which is something I really love.
No, and again, I love these intricate patterns. The last ring that we're gonna be talking about, it's called the Cathal. If you're an X-Men fan from the '93 animated series,
and who isn't an X-Men fan from the '93 series?
Cathal J. Dodd was the voice of Wolverine. He's like the definitive portrayal. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so sorry.
Similar to that ring, the slightest.
Wolverine is badass.
That's true.
Okay, so I'm talking about that. But the Cathal it's tantalum with a Celtic arrow pattern. It's 7 millimeters wide. It's got a flat design with that comfort fit, and we have that satin finish. This is probably my second favorite ring after the not the Eternals, the Everlasting.
The Everlasting. I'm loving
Eternals is a movie. That's why. That's what I'm thinking about.
I still like the Trinity. I think the Trinity and the Everlasting are probably my two favorites, just because the overall design and the weight and the comfort of them. They're unique. They have that beautiful Celtic design to them, and I think that they really stand out, and they are a great conversation starter.
Absolutely. And the great thing is that you don't have to choose. Buy a couple rings. Why not?
I saw 6 there. There's 6
There's
rings.
6 of them.
I have 5 fingers on one hand. You may have more or less. if you have more, you can fit them all in one hand.
There you go. Speaking of which, if you do want to fit them all in one hand, we have a video about what rings mean when worn on different fingers.
Yeah, it's like the whole symbolism through different cultures, not
Yeah.
just here in the U.S.
Absolutely. I want signet rings to make a comeback.
I do want to.
I think those are pretty cool.
I just found my old class ring from '97. That's how old I am. Everyone else is just watching. He's a young puppet, and to you, I say thank you.
Yes, indeed. But
All right.
don't forget, we have a contest
Yes,
as well.
that's exactly what I was going to say. The contest, one more time, if you see this video on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok or wherever, guess the number of rings, tag 2 friends, and I think the contest ends on the 22nd. So get your guesses in right away. Multiple guesses are encouraged.
Absolutely. You can guess as many times as you want, but each guess needs to be accompanied by tagging 2 friends on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
If you don't tag them, your guess doesn't count.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It has
Try
to
to
be in
pull
the
a
same
sneaky
post.
one on us.
Do it in the same post too. Don't try and be like, yeah, I gave you 1,000 different numbers, and then here's my 2 people. It's like, well, guess what? It didn't count. So
Yeah,
you didn't follow
absolutely.
the rules. You didn't follow the rules. It doesn't count.
Well, we've got some really cool things. We've shown you. We have some really cool things we want to show you in the future. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Please keep hanging out with us. Yeah.
Come back to us every single Friday. We're going to try and do this and keep you guys up to date as to what's going on here in the Manly Bands universe. We're actually even trying out some new names here. If we were to have like a group for people who are fans of Manly Bands, what would that name be? Could it be Manly Bands Nation or Bandmates or
Maybe. I like bandmates.
or Band Roadies? Or,
I suggested
don't know.
I suggested Manly fans, but that one got shut down pretty quick.
Manly Fans sounds a lot like OnlyFans. It's probably not the right way to go.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about, Ward.
I have no idea either. We can't have our own OnlyFans account, can we? That would be not really what it's meant for, I don't think.
Maybe. I don't know. Can we get legal on that?
Yeah, John, you wanna let me know how much trouble I'm in and how much fine I have to pay now? That'd be really, really helpful. All right, one last reminder, guys. Get your guesses in for the contest.
Absolutely.
Pick up your rings for the Celtic collection. Remember, you need 4 to 5 weeks if you want these because they are
Made to order.
They're made to order. And other than that, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St.
everybody.
Patrick's Day, everyone.
Have a wonderful day. Oh, there you go.
There we
Nice.
go.
Take care. See you next week.